Alright, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it's Super here and welcome to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. This one is surprise to me and a lot of people because we did not expect them to put out this patch, or hotfix is more of a key term for it, because there was no download, there was none of that. It was more of a hotfix, and it buffed Takeda, it buffed Frosty, it buffed Tremor, and it nerfed my girl Ferra. A lot of people are going to be happy with that. So that's what I'm covering today. That's what I'm showing you guys today. So leave a thumbs up on the video if you're happy that Ferra got nerfed. I'm not, but you know, she's still going to be one of the primary cameos that I use because she's still going to do what she does. She's just going to be a little bit more punishable for it. So let's go to the actual gameplay screen here. Which one is it? This one right here. All right, let's go to the gameplay screen. So for Takeda, increase active armor frames on enhanced swift stride by 10. So this move right here for Takeda was absolutely useless. Anytime you got knocked down, you try to use this, it completely got beat out by everything. It didn't even have to be a fast-hitting double attack. Your opponent could just breathe on you, and this thing was going to be completely useless. Couldn't go through any gaps because the gaps would just completely blow it up. But now with the 10 added frames of armor, you actually get some sort of wake-up attack. So let's have Takeda just do this real quick. And then I'll just do some quick hitting attacks. See, it's still gonna get beat if you know that it's gonna happen. But this right here, like 1-1, would have for sure beaten Takeda's armor attack 10 out of 10 times before this. But now they actually have more active frames on the armor attack. So Takeda's armor getting buffed was a really nice change, because when you got knocked down as Takeda, you never even wanted to do this because it would get beat clean every single time. But with the 10 added frames, it's going to be a little bit better. It's going to give you a little bit more of an option to, for example, if a character wants to do a combo string that has a gap in it, you weren't really able to do much because this would have almost no frames of armor, and then you would just get hit out of it because it's really slow. It's still kind of slow. But now you actually get 10 more frames of armor activated on your meter burn back forward 3. So that's always nice. Shooting star and air shooting star, or air whatever the hell the move is called, pretty much your kunai, right? Your your ninja star, your kunai now actually hits low instead of hitting mid. The air one is the same. You know, if you want to fake a jump in, hit your opponent with the low, or if you want to hit your opponent with a mix-up after this back 2-1, you could do that instead of continue your combo for the overhead. If they try to up block it, they're gonna get hit low this time, and when before they wouldn't, because it would be a mid attack. So that's a nice little quality of life change right there for Takeda. Anything to help him out with some mix-ups that, you know, when you don't have a character like Ferra on you to help you with the mix-ups, it's always nice. You know, it only does 5%. It's not going to be too crazy. The meter burn version is still mid, so you're not going to be able to do, you know, any of these shenanigans right here. So the meter burn version's still mid, but the normal ninja stars are now lows, and I think that's it, right? Swift strike phase now hits mid. Oh, so this was actually a big nerf, because there is some characters that had really good hard to block situations, including Darius had really hard to block situations with this attack and Darius's ambush assist. So Darius's sweep low in combination with this was a really hard to block situation for characters, and then they would get popped up for a combo. Now that's not going to be possible because the overhead kick is now a mid. So the scissor kick right here, jackhammer kick, whatever you want to, what's it called? Swift stride phase now hits mid instead of overhead. As you guys see, it's hitting mid instead of hitting overhead. So they did buff Takeda, but in some ways, with some specific situations, they nerfed them because this now hits mid instead of hitting overhead. And I gotta admit, there was a lot of times where I would randomly throw this out, my opponent would just instinctively crouch block, and they would get hit by that overhead. So this is gonna hurt my random ass whenever I would just randomly do the meter burn or the back forward 3 overhead. It's not an overhead anymore, so that makes me a little bit sad. All right, we'll talk a little bit about Frost cameo. Tremor cameo. So Tremor cameo got a significant amount of his moves reduced cooldown. That's pretty much it. Reduced cooldown on recharging a lot of his moves. Frosty slightly reduces main fighter's recovery after snowflakes cancel. Reduces recharge delay by 120 and slightly increases recharge rate after snowflakes, and Frost now exits the playfield 15 frames sooner. So the snowflake is pretty much where she puts out the icicle and it follows you around. That's pretty much it. So now she gets out of the screen faster, and you recover faster when you do the cancel version. But other than that, you know, it's pretty much the same. Now let's talk about the Ferra cameo. So two big changes. Number one, reduce health to 350 down from 450. So instead of Takeda having 1150 health, now he only has 1050 health. So they reduced 100 points of health for the Ferra cameo. So like I said, I would normally, as Takeda, have 1150 health if I had Ferra before the patch, but now after the patch, I only have 1050. I mean, it's still a lot of health, but Ferra was not only giving you mix-ups and damage, but she was also giving you more health than any other cameo. It was that's one of the things that a lot of people complained about. So the other nerf right here is Tor Stance. Slide now has 5 less frames of block stun, making it punishable by jabs. So let's do this. Actually, let's do Takeda one better, just because I could do the full combo string into Ferra low. All right. I forgot to block. Oh God. Okay. All right. And as you guys see, now it is punishable. Some characters are not even going to need to dash up, but with Smokey, you know, he kind of has T-Rex arms. But the 5 less frames of block stun, you guys are going to see right now. I'm going to be blocking, I'm blocking, etc. So now the Ferra low is actually punishable. So you could do, you know, any sort of punish that you want. So you can go in for whatever punish you want with any of your characters. Now this is punishable. So you're not going to be mindlessly throwing out 50-50s unless you're me and you don't give a damn about getting punished. A lot of times online, to be honest with you guys, people are not really going to punish you all the time. So I'm still going to be doing my 50-50s. But the overhead is still the same. You know, you could still armor through this like you always could. But now if you guess right and your opponent does the low, you're gonna be able to punish them pretty much every single time. I think I've missed one punish, but other than that, you're gonna be able to punish your opponent every single time as long as you use your fastest button. Obviously my jab is 7 frames, and even dashing up, you know, dashing up takes maybe 1 to 2 frames of animation. But other than that, like if you have a fast button, you're going to be able to punish Takeda pretty much every time. And this was the biggest nerf out of all of them because trust me, I've been using Ferra a lot. You could mindlessly do her overhead, her low, and then you even throw in her command grab here. She was a mix-up monster. She's a Mortal Kombat X character. That's why I love her so much. She gives me access to 50-50s and the command grabs. So it's more than a 50-50. But now, if you get that low blocked, you're going to get punished for it. So that's the big difference in this new patch now. So Ferra got nerfed, reduced health from 350 or to 350 down from 450. And then Tor Stance Slide now has less frames of block stun, giving it enough time to get punished. So that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Ferra nerf and the buffing of Takeda, Tremor, Frosty. And they did sort of nerf a little bit of, you know, some specific situations for Takeda. Not only that, but just having the scissor kick hit overhead just helped you out in general, because, you know, a lot of us who play fighting games, our natural reaction is to hold down and block, or if you're playing like Street Fighter, hold down back. And having this be an overhead actually helped out quite a bit, hitting people whose just natural instinct, like myself, you know, I've gotten hit by that a lot, is to hold down back and block. You will get hit by this overhead, but that is not going to be the case anymore, because now it is a mid. So that is going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this new patch. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I think a lot of people are going to like it more than hate it, because the only thing that was really nerfed that was, I think, unnecessary was the overhead scissor kick for Takeda. I think that was unnecessary, but maybe there's like tech out there that's like crazy. Like I said with Darius, he had some setups that you could put people into like really hard to block overhead low situations. But overall, I think a lot of people are going to be happy that the Ferra cameo got nerfed, because it was annoying a lot of people. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.